然として重要参考人である宮代拓君の情報は入ってきておりません。
We have no updates on the person of interest in this case, Miyashiro Takaru-kun.
なお未成年の実名を明かした上で指名手配に踏み切った理由ですが、警察側は事件の重要性を鑑みての判断と発表しており、
The police have said their reason for issuing a warrant that reveals a minor's real name was of grave importance for this case. I woke up with a dull ache in my head and an unpleasant sound in my ears. I must have been sweating. My clothes were wet and sticky. Where am I? Oh. I never seen the ceiling or smelled these smells before, but then I remembered. This was Frisia, Momose-san's company. Interesting location to be in, huh? I feel like I'd slept at all. Sorry, I didn't feel like I'd slept at all. So here's the thing. We only have a couple of people who will believe us. I don't know if we've explained mind control to Yamazoe or Yuto or Sakuma or Aramura. I think we might have told Aramura. I don't know. But Kurusu is dead. So we don't have her to back us up. Ito is completely just brain broken, so we don't have him to back us up. We only have Shinjo and Kunosato left. And ourselves. I put my hand on the cushions of the sofa I'd been lying on and slowly sat up. After what happened, when the last moments of the dream came flashing back to me, I looked at my hands. I could still feel the sensation of her motionless but still warm and living body. My hands were shaking, but they're the color of human skin. Back then, they'd been stained dark red, stained with no-nos. Why? Why?
大丈夫ですか?
Are you okay? Is Hanai gonna interrogate us to make sure we didn't kill Nono? Armor was sitting on the sofa across from me. She winced when she looked at me.
すいません。大丈夫なわけないですよね。
Sorry, of course you're not.
コーヒーでも入れます?
I'll go make some coffee or something. She stood up. I didn't want any. I didn't feel like eating or drinking anything. But I couldn't even muster up the energy to refuse. That's how exhausted I was.
法務省人権擁護局や弁護士連合会、また各種人権団体も今回の実名報道に関しては事実上黙認と取れる声明を発表しており、
The Ministry of Law's Human Rights Protection Bureau, the Lawyers Association, and all major human rights groups have given statements essentially stating no disagreement with the decision to release this boy's name.
世論も肯定的な方向に傾きつつあります。
Public opinion by and large agrees with them.
まるで6年前と同じだわね。
It's just like what happened 6 years ago.
西條匠ですか?
You mean with Nichijou Takumi?
ええ。ニュージェネレーションの狂気の犯人として祭り上げられ、それを覆して一躍有名人になったあの子。
Yeah. They said he was the main suspect behind the New Generation madness, but he proved them wrong and became famous. Kunosato-san and Momose-san were talking in front of the TV. The people on TV were still saying that I was the one who was behind the murders. It didn't seem real. When they said my name, it felt like they were referring to some other Miyashiro Takaru who lives somewhere in the world. Momose-san looked over at me.
Ohayo.
Good morning. I tried to say something back, but the word got stuck in my throat. Felt like if I said something, all the feelings bottled up inside me would come pouring out at once.
新庄ちゃんから連絡があったわ。報道では重要参考人になってるけど、なぜか警察はあなたを一連の事件の主犯と断定したみたい。
Shinjo-chan got in touch with me. He said that the news is calling you a person of interest, but for some reason the police have decided you're the mastermind behind these crimes.
クルス・ノノを殺害した犯人としてもな。
Including the death of Kurusu Nono.
クルス・ノノの司法解剖記録を極秘で回してもらったが、お前に不利な証拠ばかりだ。
He managed to get me Kurusu Nono's top secret autopsy report, and it all looks very bad for you.
多分捏造でしょうね。そもそも正規の手続きすら踏まれていないから。
It's probably all faked. They haven't even gone through the right legal channels. Autopsy report. I couldn't process the phrase. I heard it, but it didn't make much sense.
お前がここにいることはまだバレていない。警察は碧峰学園と青葉寮を中心に。
The police still don't know you're at Frisia. They're searching around Hekiho Academy and Alba Dorm. Their voices got further away. I could tell they were saying something to me, but I couldn't figure out what.
おかしいな。僕の現状を情報として伝えてくれてるはずなの。
That's strange. They should be trying to give me information about what's happening to me right now.
現状の情報。
Information. Why? Why would it help? Help with what? What can it help me solve? No matter what I do, it's too late now. Kosato-san slammed her hand down on the desk. I looked up, surprised.
どうなんだ。心当たりはないのか。
Well, do you have any idea? Idea about what?
尾上セリカが行きそうな場所に心当たりはないのかと聞いている。
I'm asking you, have any idea where Onoe Serika might have gone?
あなたが丸一日眠っている間にね、新庄ちゃんと一緒に彼女の自宅に踏み込んだのよ。でも誰もいなかった。
Well, he spent yesterday asleep. Shinjo-chan and I went to her house, but nobody was there. Yesterday? So today's November 5th?
部屋にあった PC からデータをコピーして持ち出したんだけど、結局手がかりなし。居所の見当すらつかないの。
We copied the data on her computer, but we didn't find any clues. We have no idea where she could have gone.
しかもあなたが犯人と断定されてしまったものだから、いくら新庄ちゃんが頑張っても彼女を公に捜査することができなくなった。
And now that it's been decided that you're a criminal, even Shinjo-chan can't use official resources to search for her.
警察から何から動きがおかしい。完全にはめられたな。
Damn, who would have thought Kunosato would be our biggest ally in this moment? Fuck. And here I was suspecting her. The police are acting strange. Someone set a trap and we walked right into it.
こうなると手がかりはお前だけだ。尾上セリカと幼馴染だったのなら何かあるだろう。
Which means your only clue left. If you really were Onoe Serika's childhood friend, you must know something. Serika's childhood friend. Yeah, that's right. Serika was my childhood friend. She's always been by my side ever since we were little. We did everything together. So why? Why would Serika... Kusato grabbed me and pulled me close enough I could feel her breath on my face.
いい加減にしろ。 せっかくのチャンスを無駄にさせる気か。
Stop screwing around. This is our chance. We're just gonna let it go to waste?
ずっと探してきたギガロマニアックスのシリアルキラーがようやく正体を見せたんだ。そこから糸をたぐっていけば奴らに繋がる可能性が。
We finally know who the Gigalomaniac serial killer is. If we can find her, we might be able to find them. A person who murders 3 or more people over a long period of time. The term was originally created by a former FBI officer in order to refer to Ted Bundy, an American man who killed at least 30 people between 1974 and 1978. I didn't realize that's the origin of the term serial killer. Serial killers predominantly kill for pleasure, with many becoming serial killers after failing to find satisfaction with just one murder. However, serial killers found to be suffering from a severe mental disorder, they're classified as psychopathic killers, which can affect their sentencing during trial. Those who kill for political reasons or as part of an organized crime gang are not considered serial killers. In addition, those who kill large numbers of people at random in a single incident are called spree killers and are considered to be separate from serial killers.
いい加減にしてください。
That's enough. A loud voice echoed off the walls of the room. I thought Aramura had gone to make coffee, but at some point she walked over to me and started to glare at Kunosato-san.
妹さんに続いてクルス先輩をお姉さんを亡くしたばかりなんですよ。それなのに
First he lost his little sister, and now he's lost his big sister, Kurusu-senpai. And yet you're still...
有村
Come to think of it, she really was worried about Kurusu too, and I promised I would find her. So why? Why did this happen? She glanced at me for just an instant, and her lips were trembling.
もう少し言い方があるでしょ、久野里さん。
Can you try and be a little more sensitive, Kunosato-san?
相変わらずだな、お前は。
You never change, do you?
何がですか？
What's that supposed to mean?
兄弟のこととなるとすぐにカッとなる。
Whenever someone's sibling is involved, you get testy. Aramura swallowed her words. It was like she'd been stabbed. She clenched her fists tight as if trying to stop herself from doing something she might regret.
私は優しくできる人間が限られている。その中にお前たちギガロマニアックスは入ってないんだよ。
There are very few people incapable of being nice to, and unfortunately, you Gigalomaniacs aren't on that list. Kunosato-san let go of me and spoke, her voice as cold as ever.
最低。
You're a horrible person.
お前相手に嘘をついても仕方がない。私は犯人を捕まえて、その裏にあるものを暴き出せればそれでいいんだ。
There's no point in lying to you. All I wish to do is find the killer and use them to reveal who's really pulling the strings.
だからって。
But still... Aramura's phone suddenly started vibrating inside her pocket. She looked annoyed when she took it out, but her expression changed when she saw the screen. She tapped the screen and put the phone up to her ear.
もしもし、ウキ？大丈夫？そっか。
Hello.
ちょっと待って。その前に花に代わって。
Hello, Uki. Is everything okay? Yeah, I see. Oh, wait a moment. First, put Hana on. Uki? Hana? Come to think of it, where are they right now? Did something terrible happen to them because of me? Aramura was speaking crisply and clearly into the phone, while I was still struggling to even think. She reminded me a lot of Kurusu.
花、聞いてるよね。こっちはまだ動きようがないの。だから、そのままウキとユウト君についててあげて。
Hana, you're still listening, right? We're still stuck here, so stay with Uki and Yuto-kun, okay?
ユウト君もだけど、ウキ、かなり参ってるから、お願い。
Yuta-kun's in bad shape, but so is Uki. Thanks.
じゃあ雨季を出して。
Okay, put Uki on for me. Then she handed me the phone.
宮代先輩の声聞きたいって言ってます。何か話してあげてください。
She says she wants to hear your voice. Say something.
あ
Oh, okay. I took the phone and gently put it up to my ear.
もしもし
Hello?
タクルさんですか？雨季です。
Oh, Takuru-san, it's Uki. Her voice is even weaker than usual. You hear a tiny noise behind her.
ごめんなウキ
I'm
僕のせいで
I'm sorry, Uki. It's my fault.
いえ、私は大丈夫です。でも、マスコミの人がものすごく増えて、あと警察の人が来て、タクルさんの部屋や、ののさんの部屋をいろいろ探していて。
No, I'm fine, but there's so many people from the media and the police are here and they search your room and Nono-san's too.
それに先生がどこかへ行ったっきり帰ってこなくて、私どうすればいいのかもうわからなくて。
The doctor went somewhere, hasn't come back. I don't know what to do. Dad didn't come back yet? Were the police still questioning him?
本当にごめんな
I'm really sorry.
私こそすいません。
Oh no, I'm sorry. I heard a tiny sniffle on the other end.
タクルさんの方が大変なのに、私しっかりしなきゃいけませんよね。今は私が優斗くんのお姉さんなんだから。
I know things are worse for you than for me, so I have to stay strong now, don't I? I'm Yuta-kun's big sis now. Her voice was strong, but I could still hear the tears.
宮代先輩、そろそろ青葉寮にいる警官が会話を聞きつけたらまずいです。バレます。
Yasha-senpai, it's time to hang up. If any of the police in Alba Dorm hear her, they'll know where you are. Armor took the phone from me. She talked with Uki a little while more and then hung up. I couldn't forget the sound of Uki's tears. That was when I finally realized that all I'd done was apologize. I hadn't said anything to make her feel better. My home, Alba Dorm, was being ripped apart by police officers looking for clues. I could imagine Uki and Yuto there sobbing and not knowing what to do.
ダメだ行かなきゃ
No, I have to go. Next thing I knew, I was staggering forward. I got off the sofa and headed for the front door.
宮代先輩、
Kurusu was gone. So was Yui. So I had to be there or else Uki and Yuto. My hand touched the doorknob. I slowly opened the door. Everything started to feel less and less real. I watched my body move like a character in a movie.
宮代ちゃん？
どこへ行くつもりだ？
Where are you going? To Alba Dorm. If I don't go quick, Uki and Yuto.
待ってください。外へ出ちゃダメです。
Wait, you can't go outside. Armor grabbed my arm.
報道ではまだ写真は出てませんけど、ネットにはあちこちに顔写真が貼られてしまってるんです。
The news hasn't shown your picture yet, but photos of your face are all over the internet.
話してくれ
Let me go. Armora screamed and her hand was knocked away.
先輩、
It was only when I saw the look of shock on her face I realized I'd used my power. I could see my D sword, the symbol of my useless power which hadn't even been able to protect the girl I loved.
なんだよこんなもの
What good is this thing anyway? Damn it. Damn it. Damn it! My body started running on its own. I ran out of Frisia without knowing what would happen if I left. Shibuya 107. I hadn't run very far, but my muscles were starting to scream. I couldn't stop moving. Things in front of the train station were the same as ever. Nobody's noticed me. There was a picture of my face out there, right? So why didn't anyone notice me? I didn't understand. Had it all really happened? Or did everyone here not know what had happened yesterday night? I have to get back. I have to get back to Alba Dorm. The police were at Alba Dorm, ripping apart the place I loved. They decided I was the killer. They even searched Nono's room. Why? That night, I asked Shinjo-san to let me take Nono's body to the hospital. My memories cut out after that. I could only remember a few things. I remembered being taken to Frisia, screaming and sobbing all the way there. And then, that's right. That's when I heard the news I was wanted as a person of interest in this case. Damn it all. Momose-san had given me something to drink as well as some medicine. It was probably a sleeping pill or something, to calm me down, to keep me quiet. I didn't want to sleep, because Kurusu, the one I loved, was dead. And it was Onoe Sarika, my childhood friend, who killed her. How could I sleep? But I'd spent the whole day on the sofa asleep. I ran. I was too tired to even run straight, but my body was heavy like lead and wasn't doing what I told it, but I still kept on running. No one noticed me. Why are you all walking around like everything's normal? Why are you all smiling and shopping? What the hell's wrong with you people? A warrant? What the hell? There's no reason I would have ever wanted to kill Nono. I staggered, tripped, and fell. I must have skinned my knee because it started to feel like it was burning. Once I fell over, I couldn't get back up. It was all I could do to roll over, and that was when I realized that I knew this place. This is... I looked around and shivered. This was the place. This was the place where my best friend had cut up my little sister into tiny little pieces. I felt a sudden, strong urge to vomit. Was it because I've been running for so long? Or was it because of my memories of this place? It would be really strange if it ended up being like an Eren Yeager situation. Okay, I'm getting to spoilers. Am I allowed to say? I guess I'm not, right? Because I can't assume you've watched Attack on Titan. Okay. What the hell? Why the hell did I come here of all places? I thought I'd been running the right way, but I was in such a hurry that I'd taken a wrong turn. If this was some kind of trick that God was playing on me, then what the hell was he bringing me here for? Was this his way of telling me that I could go back to the night and reset everything? But that was impossible. With every passing hour, things got worse, and there's no changing the past. Damn it all. I punched the ground with my full strength, not caring about the pain. Again and again, my hands wouldn't stop. I wanted to destroy it. But did I want to destroy the ground or my hand? Or may I want to destroy myself in the way I was feeling? Damn it all! Are you alright? I suddenly heard a voice. I looked up and saw two boys about college age.
どっか具合でもある？
Are you not feeling well? Suddenly, the look on one of the boys' faces changed. He stepped back and dragged the other away. Oh, they recognize
なんだ
you.
よ。
What?
やべえって。
Shit, dude.
だから何が？
What's the matter?
宮代拓だこいつ。
That's Miyashiro Takaru.
はあ？
I stood up in surprise. I had no idea who these people were, which meant that my photo really was on the internet. I felt a sharp pain in my stomach when I stood up. It took me a second to realize I'd been kicked.
バカ！何してんだよ！
Idiot, what the hell are you doing?
ああ、こいつなんだろう、例の犯人。大丈夫だ。こんなヨボヨボに負けっかよ。
Huh? He's that serial killer, right? Don't worry, no way a wrinkly wimp like this is gonna beat me.
待ってって！今警察呼ぶから！
Hang on, I'll call the cops.
んな必要ねえよ。
Don't even bother. Something hard hit my face, my shoulders, and my stomach again and again. I like the blood coming out of my nose with my arms. I couldn't even keep my eyes open.
ほら、どうしたよ。人殺しか。
Hey, what's wrong, murderer? He started to get excited and yelled as he kicked me. I opened my mouth to tell him that he was mistaken just as he kicked me in the stomach, so only drool and vomit came pouring out. Stop it. Why is this happening to me? I heard the sound of shattering glass and the impact stopped.
おい
Ken?
こらガキども世の大事な友人に何してくれてんだああ
Hey, you little shids. What do you think you're doing to my friend, huh?
大丈夫かタク
You okay, Taku? Genson took me by a quiet, lonely route to his fortress, Miyashita Park. Of course, the police had come to the park in droves as well, but Genson and the other homeless had told them nothing.
当たり前だろう世の国は腹からを見捨てたりはしねえ
Of course not. My country doesn't abandon its comrades. Thanks to them, the cops didn't even know which RV was mine yet. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to come here. It felt like a long, long time since I'd come here, even though it really hadn't been that long at all. The two boys who attacked me must have called the cops, because I could hear sirens going by in the distance. This place probably wouldn't be safe forever either.
タクよ
You know, Taku. Genson took out another bottle of liquor and started to sip from it. Genson fell silent. He looked at me like he was trying to work himself up to say something, then looked away and took another drink. I'd never seen him like this before. I wrapped my arms around my aching body and waited for him to speak. And after a long time,
ジョーちゃんのこと聞いたぞ
I heard about the lady. A pain worse than the one from my injuries suddenly ran through my whole body. The news wasn't talking about anything else, so it wouldn't surprise me if Genson knew about it.
おめえじゃねえことぐらい世にはわかる貴族だからな
I can tell you ain't the killer. I'm of noble blood after all.
でもよタクジョーちゃんは本当に死んじまったのか
I still want to ask you, Taku. Is she really dead? This time, when the question reached my mind, I understood exactly what he was asking. Was Nono really dead? I sat in the familiar RV asking myself the question again and again. Genson took sips from the bottle and waited for me. Yeah. I didn't know how long it took me to do it, but I slowly nodded.
ノノはもういない。
Nono is gone. I looked down, feeling like I admitted some horrible, unfixable mistake.
なんでだ？ジョーちゃんは幸せにならなきゃいけねえ子だろうがよ。
Why? She's one of the people who deserves to be happy in life. I couldn't lift my head at all. For some reason, I didn't cry. Oh, night falls. The sun set, another hour passed. I never did make it back to Alba Dorm. Genson's friends had told me that the police were watching it and it was impossible to even get close to the place. I tried to go anyway, but Genson took a big gulp of liquor and said this to stop me.
たくよ。今逮捕されちまったら、お前の負けっつうもんだぜ。
You know, Taku, if you get arrested now, you lose.
それこそ、おめえを待ってるジョーちゃんたちが、ビービー泣くんじゃねえのか？
Isn't that gonna make the little tykes who are waiting on you cry? Lose. That was when I suddenly remembered what I'd been thinking about last time I was in the club room. It was like the killer was a player in a game challenging me. That player was, though I still couldn't believe it, my childhood friend. I kept losing to every move she made, and she'd stolen away some of the people I'd cared about. What if I'd been able to win the game? This whole nightmare. I mean, if Ito can be controlled into killing someone, if Ito can be controlled in killing Yui, and Haida Riko can be controlled in killing other people, who's to say Serika wasn't controlled? I mean, I guess yeah, who's to say? Even though it really does seem like she had a complete shift in demeanor. This whole nightmare never would have happened then, right?
ゲンさん、悪い。手伝ってほしいことあるんだ。
Ken-san, sorry, but I need your help with something.
いいぜ。ただし、世を雇うには金がかかる。好きにしとくからよ。全部終わったらちゃんと払えよ。
Sure thing, but it'll cost you some spare change. I'll put it on your tab so you can pay me once it's all done. Ken-san gulped down the last of the alcohol from his cup. I went with Gen-san and a few of his friends to a certain condo in Daikin-yama, deliberately choosing the routes of the least amount of people. I passed by police officers several times, but because of Gen and the others, no one suspected me.
あそこがそうなのかい？
Is this the place?
中に入るときだけちょっと手伝ってほしい。あとは僕だけでやれる。
Yeah, just help me get inside. I can do the rest myself.
わかった。さっさと済ませちまいな。
Sure, make it quick. This was Serika's house. It was the place I'd been heading to the night I lost Karusu. I'd come here a few times, though not often. Back when I first left Alba Dorm and went to live in Miyashita Park, I didn't know how to get food or do my laundry, and Serika had helped me out. I'd use her shower and sometimes even stay the night. Of course, nothing lewd had happened between us. So what the fuck made her do all that? I looked up and saw the lights were off. There was no sign of any police or detectives. Okay, let's go. I took Enso inside and left the others behind. I went to Serika's room and used my power to open all the locks. I'd taken Gensan with me because I couldn't reboot my power on its own. Gensan's eyes had gone wide when he seen the door open, but all he said was, I guess must be drinking too much.
ありがとう。もう帰ってくれて大丈夫だよ。
Thank you. You can go home now.
じゃあ気ぃつけてやりな。
Sure, take care. Gensan patted me on the back and left. After I watched him leave, I went inside. I tried to sense if someone else was in the room before I turned the lights on. There was no one there, including Serika. Once I was sure I was alone, I turned on the light switch. It was a normal room. If anything, it was a little more grown-up than you expect from a teenage girl. The room wasn't especially messy. Shinjo-san and the others had supposedly come here once, but they hadn't ransacked the place in their search.
どこへ行ったんだ、尾上。
Where did you go, Onoe? Momose-san had said that they'd found nothing here to indicate where Serika had gone. I came here because I wanted to know what Serika was really after. But what was I supposed to do now? When I did find Serika, what would I do then? Ask questions? If I did, what kind of answers would satisfy me? What kind of answers would be good enough?
満足なんか、納得なんか。
Satisfied. Good enough. No, nothing she could ever say would justify what she did. I turned on Serika's computer without even being sure what I should be looking for. I opened each file I could find and looked inside.
やっぱり何もない。
There's nothing here after all. None of the files are important, just like Mose-san had said. There's a folder marked Newspaper Club that's filled with information about the case, but it was all stuff I'd already seen at school. Wait, what about the drawers? I pulled open one of them. I flinched back when I saw what was inside. Why didn't Onoe have a reaction to it? Back at the basement in the hospital. Did she really just not look at it? I flinched back when I saw what was inside. Sumo stickers. Not just one or two. There are tons, and all of them were the real 11th Rorschach. What are these doing here? In a moment where I felt as if I was suffering from cerebral anemia, my vision suddenly darkened. Barely managing to stay conscious, I looked away from the drawer. When the sticker disappeared from my sight, I forced myself to take control before any horrible delusions could overcome me. Sweat trickled down my forehead. I quickly tried to shut the drawer, but then I heard a metallic sound inside. I rummaged through the drawer with my hand, being careful to avoid looking at the stickers. I touched something hard and flat. I pulled it out and quickly slammed the drawer shut. What is this? The phone. It's my phone. And it wasn't the new one I was using now. It was the one I dropped and lost at H Tokyo General Hospital. Scared, I turned it on. It saw the picture I'd set as my wallpaper. It was the photo I'd taken with my family. So in theory, if she can use telepathy and read your mind, can't she, like, put in the password?
両手を壁につけろ。ゆっくりだ。
Hands on the wall, slowly. The door suddenly opened. I heard the click of a cocking gun behind me. I almost turned around, but a low voice told me to stop.
おかしな真似はするな。言う通りにするんだ。
Don't try anything. Do what you're told. Oh no, that was definitely a cop. Was I going to be arrested here? Someone's going to come in and knock him out or something? It's going to be like Kunasato. Or maybe Gensan. If I was, then that would be the end of everything. I wouldn't be able to escape no matter what excuses I tried to make.
ユウト、ウキ、父さん、ごめん。僕はもう家には帰れそうにない。
Yuto, Uki, Dad, I'm sorry. I won't be coming home. You're a gigalomaniac. If you just use your power, you can escape easily. That was a tempting voice said from somewhere in the corner of my eye. If I ran, that would make them think that I really was the killer. If it ever went to trial, it would look very bad.
だったらさ、殺しちゃえば OK だよ、タク。今なら目撃者もいないしね。
Then it's okay to just kill him, Taku. There aren't any witnesses here. When was this? Or is he just imagining that this is something she would say? I heard a voice I recognized in my head. Was I hallucinating from exhaustion? No, I think she's using her telepathy. Or is she using telepathy?
貴様、こんなところで一体何を。
What the hell are you doing, huh? The man I thought was a police officer suddenly sounded surprised.
宮代くんか。
Oh, is it Shinjo? It was only then that I realized who it was. I twisted my upper body to look at who was behind me.
新庄さん。やっぱり宮代くんじゃないか。
It really is you, Miyashiro-kun.
新庄さん。
I almost collapsed from relief. Shinjo put his gun away inside as he walked over to me.
まったく君はいつも。
It's always the same thing with you, isn't it?
心配かけるんじゃない。
He worried me. He clenched his hand to a fist and bopped me on the head.
百瀬さんから連絡を受けたときはどうしようかと思ったぞ。今までどこに。
I didn't know what to do when I got the call from Momose-san. Where are you? He stared at my face.
どうしたその傷。
How'd you get hurt like that?
これは。
Oh, this is... I explained what happened this afternoon.
そうか。
I see. Shinjo-san sighed again.
自分が置かれてる状況くらい把握してるだろ。部活に外に出るんじゃない。
You know the situation you're in, right? You shouldn't be going outside.
それでここには何をしに来たんだ。
So, what are you doing here? After a long enough pause, Shinjo-san started to get suspicious. I answered him honestly.
わかりません。
I don't know.
何？
What?
探すつもりでした。あいつを。でも、探してどうしたいのか、だんだんわからなくなって。
I was planning on looking for her, but then I realized I didn't know what I'd do when I found her. Why had Sarika done this? Was she really responsible for everything that had happened too? She said yes. Would I believe her? She said yes. What would I do?
僕は何をしたいんでしょうね。新庄さん。
What do you think I want to do, Shinjo-san?
これを渡しておく。
I'll give you this. Shinjo-san took something out of his suit pocket and handed it to me.
申し訳ないが、中は改めさせてもらった。何が手がかりになるかわからなかったから。
Sorry, but I looked inside it. I didn't know what might be a clue.
青葉寮を捜索していた時に出てきたんだ。本来君たちだけが読むべきものだった。警察の他の連中には読まれていないが、すまない。
I found it when I was searching Alba Dorm. Honestly, your family should be the ones to read it, but the rest of the force hasn't seen it. Sorry. Shinjo-san bowed his head a little. On the front of the envelope was written, "To my beloved family." And on the back of the envelope was the name Nono. Did she know she was gonna die, so she wrote a letter?
ノノ。
To my beloved family. I opened the envelope and saw that there were several sheets of paper inside. To my beloved family, I'm writing this in case something terrible happens. Thank you for everything. Everything in my room is yours to use. It would make me happy if you kept the furniture for the next person who becomes a part of our family. Dad, I'm sorry I won't be able to help around the clinic anymore. All the paperwork I haven't finished is in the drawer in the exam room. The medical books I borrowed are on my shelf. You know, when I said I wanted to be a nurse, all you said was, "Oh, I see." I thought you might have been opposed to it, but you actually knew what I wanted to do a long time ago, didn't you? Do you hear me talking with one of the patients, or did you know somehow? It started with what you said when I was helping Takaru with his physical therapy. You're doing a great job for someone who hasn't gone to school. I'm impressed. I'm sure it's just the way a father is. I love the rules you made for our family. Thank you. They're covered with rows of neatly handwritten words.
大切な家族へ。
大切な家族へ。もしもの時のためにこれを書いていきます。今までありがとう。私の部屋に残っているものは好きに使ってください。家具はできれば次に家族になる人のため処分しないでくれると嬉しいです。父さんへ。病院の仕事を手伝えなくなってごめんなさい。やりかけていた事務の書類は診察室の引き出しの中に入れておきました。借りていたままの医学書は私の部屋の本棚に置いてあります。そういえば私が看護師になりたいって相談した時、父さんは一言「ああそうか」としか言いませんでしたね。あの時は反対されてるのかなってちょっとしょげたりもしたけど、父さん、私の進路志望なんてとうの昔に知っていたんですってね。私と患者さんが話してるのを聞いた？それともなんとなく分かってたのかな。きっかけはタクルのリハビリの手伝いをしていた時に父さんに言われた言葉。独学なのにやるじゃないか、なかなかだぞという一言でした。きっと父親というのはそういうものなんでしょう。父さんが作った家のルール、私は好きでした。ありがとう。くれぐれも飲みすぎには注意してください。
Please don't drink too much.
ユウとウキへ。大変な時なのにこんなことになってしまってごめんね。
I'm sorry this is happening at a time like this.
ユイのことは言い訳のしようもありません。止めることができなかった私の責任です。
I can't make any excuses for what happened with Yui. I couldn't stop what happened. It's my responsibility.
ユウと、口うるさいお姉ちゃんでごめんね。今になって思うとちょっと厳しすぎたかなと思っています。
Yuta, I'm sorry for being such an obnoxious big sister. Looking back, maybe I was a little too strict.
あなたは男の子なんだからもっと自由にやりたかったでしょうね。
You're a boy, so you probably want to have more freedom.
ウキ、家族にとって一緒にいた時間の長さなんて私は関係ないと思っています。
Uki, I don't think it matters how long someone's been part of a family.
大切なのは目の前でどれだけ泣いたり怒ったりしたか、どれだけみっともないところを見せ合ってどれだけ気持ちを積み重ねることができたかだと思います。
What matters is how much you've seen them laugh or cry, how much you've seen of each other at your worst, how many feelings you've shared.
あなたはタクルの妹でユウトのお姉さんで父さんの娘。女の子一人じゃ大変だと思うけどよろしくお願いね。
You're Taku's little sister, you're Yuto's big sister, your dad's daughter. It'll be hard being the only girl, but I know you can do it.
そしてタクルへ。
And lastly, to Takaru.
あなたと約束したのに破ってしまってごめんなさい。結局私はいけない姉でした。
I'm sorry for breaking my promise. I guess I'm a bad sister.
これがどんな結果になるか分かりません。いえ、たとえどんな結果になったとしても、きっとあなたは納得できないでしょう。
I don't know what's going to happen, but no matter what happens, I know you'll be mad.
でも、もし私に何かあったとしても、
But if something does happen to me,
絶対に復讐しようなんて思わないで。
promise me you won't think about revenge.
今回のこと、間違いなくあの子が関係しているから、あなたは理由が気になるでしょう。でも、それを探ろうとしないで。とにかく危険なことはしないで。
I know she's involved, and I know you'll want to know why, but don't try to find out. Don't do anything dangerous.
できることなら、もう能力のことは忘れてほしい。学校でもっと友達を作って、彼女も見つけて、その子のために素敵な男の子になりなさい。
If you can, forget about your power. Make more friends at school. Find a girlfriend and be the best boyfriend you possibly can. Do you think Onoe was after not necessarily Takaru, but just so happens that a lot of people Takaru was around Onoe wanted revenge on? Like maybe it was actually Karusu that Onoe wanted to get revenge on. But then just so happens that Yui and Takaru got caught in the crossfire.
あなたがいつもバカにしているようなどうでもいい話でもしながら楽しいデートをしなさい。
Go on a fun date and talk about stuff that doesn't matter, like the people you always make fun of. Kurusu died before she could tell us what she wanted to tell us.
あなたが時間の無駄だと思っているようなどうでもいい遊びを友達と一緒にしなさい。
Go out with your friends and do some of those things that you always said were a waste of time. How could he possibly just forget about this? Both of his sisters died. Well, he lost both of his best friends. Ito is brain dead, presumably. Brain broken. Onoe's gone. What friends? What friends does he have? I guess there's Kazuki. Aramura, maybe.
だって文化祭の準備をしているあなたは楽しそうに見えたもの。家でユイやユウとの話に付き合っているあなたもね。
You look like you're having so much fun at the culture festival and when you're talking with you and Yuto at home.
私、あなたが他の人と自分は違うって口癖のように言うたびに、なぜそこまで意地になるんだろうっていつも不思議に思ってた。
Every time you said you were different from everyone else, I always wondered why you had to be so stubborn. I wonder if, even if he wants to forget about the case, if the case will even let him leave. Because Onoe was like, remember, don't give up, okay? Find the truth. Then Aramura in her note was like, please let the truth be found.
確かにあなたには他の人にない力がある。他の人が言う普通とは家庭環境だって違うかもしれない。
It's true that you have a power that no one else has. It's true that your family might be a little different.
でもだからといって
That doesn't mean
ムキになって自分を孤独の中へ閉じ込めるのはどうかなって思う。
It doesn't mean you have to get so stubborn about trapping yourself in a lonely shell.
私にはあなたがたくさんの人の中に埋もれてしまうのを怖がっているように見えた。
It always seemed to me like you're afraid of being just one face among the
埋も
crowd.
れてしまう程度の自分だと思いたくない。そんな風に怯えているように見えた。
That you're scared to think that you'd be the kind of person who wouldn't stand out.
でも私はそうは思わない。私の中であなたは埋もれたりしない。たとえあなたがみんなと同じように遊んだりしていても。
I don't think you are, not to me. Even if you were doing the same things as everyone else.
だって私の大事な家族だから。
Because you're a part of my family, and I love you.
あ、でも髪は染めてほしくないな。タクルには絶対に似合わないと思うし。これは余談。
Oh, but please don't dye your hair. It would look terrible. Anyway, back on topic.
最後にタクルにずっと聞いてほしかった大切なこと、ここに書き残そうと思ったけれどダメでした。許してください。
Finally, I wanted to write down the one thing I've always wanted you to know, but I couldn't do it. Please forgive me.
いつかどこかでそれを知った時、あなたはきっと私のことを軽蔑し、そして嫌うでしょう。
When you find out someday, somewhere, you're going to despise me, and you're going to hate me. And apparently this is something that Dad knows.
でもどうか私がタクルのことを思う心だけは疑わないでください。
But please, never doubt my love for you. Do you think it's about her power and that she's a gigalomaniac the entire time? That she always knew what was her wish? Her wish was, I want to know what my brother is thinking, maybe? And because of that, she always was able to read his mind?
私はあなたのことが好きです。この気持ちだけは嘘じゃないと信じてもらえるなら、それだけで私は幸せです。
I love you. If you can believe that no matter what, those feelings are real. That's enough to make me happy.
そろそろ行かなきゃいけない時間になりました。勝手なことしてごめんね、タクル。もう一度言うけれど、復讐なんて絶対に考えないで。危険なことはしないで。
It's time for me to go. I'm sorry for being so selfish, Takaru. And I'll say it one more time, but don't think about revenge. Don't do anything dangerous.
何もかも忘れて、他の人と同じ日常を、だけど埋もれないように、強く、しっかりと過ごしていってください。
Forget everything and live the same life as everyone else does, but don't get buried among the crowd.
できることなら、この手紙が読まれるようなことになりませんように。2015年11月3日、のの。
I pray that you never read this letter. November 3rd, 2015. No, no. Tears started to pour from my eyes as soon as I finished. I tried to wipe them away, but they wouldn't stop. I fell to the floor, holding Nona's letter in my hands. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop sobbing. As I cried aloud in my mind, I was apologizing to Nona over and over again. November 5th, 2015, Thursday. Same time. Frisia Credit Bureau. And you know what? we're going to end it there. Thanks for watching. We'll pick this